I'm going to cook you a delicious paella. Now, paella traditionally is done on the stovetop, but in the Turbo Cuisine Maxi, I'm going to show you we can make this in 8 minutes. Yes, it can be done, and it's fantastic if you want all those beautiful paella flavours and you want to make it for a midweek dinner. So I've been busy doing a bit of chopping. So we've got some onion and some capsicum. They're going to go in first. So this is a multi-cooker, which means we can cook it many different ways. You can cook this under pressure. This also comes with 10 different programs. So it even has a rice program, and that's how I'm going to cook this beautiful dish, because paella, after all, is a rice dish. So I've added some oil and I've placed the stir fry program on. So it's a nice hot bowl. So in with our onions first, finely chopped. And this is what they call the sofrito in Spanish. So the sofrito is a combination of onions along with the capsicum. Again, really finely chop the capsicum. So that's 1. 2 tomatoes that I've peeled and de-seeded. I don't want this to be too watery. I want this to be quite concentrated because this is where we build all the flavour. So in with our tomato and loads of garlic for this. So pop that in. And I'll grab a wooden spoon and give that a mix. Now this is where you need to be patient. You want this to cook down for about 5 to 8 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to prep 2 chorizo sausages cut into rounds. All right, this is looking good now. You can see that it's soft, it's caramelized, and it's almost jammy. That's what I'm after. So we've got a really good base now. So in with some classic spices. So a combination of smoked paprika, add that, just a small amount. Some saffron. Now saffron, it doesn't look like much, but it really will give this an intense flavour. It's also going to give this a lovely colour. And then in with our chorizo sausage, along with some chicken. So 2 chicken thighs, and I've cut it into 4 pieces. And we're going to add some prawns at the end. So we're just going to stir that through, and I will add a pinch of salt. And we just want to coat that in that delicious base mixture. And now in with the rice. Now I'm just using some long grain rice. I've washed it 3 times, and we'll pop that in. And that's just going to absorb all of the lovely flavours of this. Finally, a few more things, 1 bay leaf, and then I want to cover this with 500 mils of stock. Great, that's looking good. So just 1 last stir. The lid can go on, and we want to lock that. And now we can go through our little programs all the way to the rice program. Now it will say 12 minutes because that'll automatically go to that, but you can manually change this, and we're going for 8 minutes. Perfect. Press start. And you can just walk away in 8 minutes. This is going to be the most perfect paella. The prawns take no time at all to cook. So while that's cooking, I'm just going to prep these. I've taken the heads off them. I've left the tail on because they're beautiful. And what I like to do is just butterfly them so they just fan out a little more. It's just for presentation. So straight down, not all the way through, about 3/4 of the way, and you'll see that opens them up and butterfly. So when they cook, they're going to curl up like that. With 1 click, I've released the pressure, and so we can safely open this now. I want you to have a look. Oh, it looks so good. You can see that all of that moisture has been absorbed by the rice. So it is still piping hot in there, so be really careful when you do this, but just place the prawns just in a nice arrangement on top of the rice. I'm going to pop the lid back on, and I'm not going to cook it again. Just that steam and heat in there is going to cook it. So we want to give it another 3 to 4 minutes. All right, let's have a look at this. The prawns are perfectly cooked. I just wish you could smell this. I just love it. All right, let's portion this up. Yummy, sticky rice. Big chunks of chicken in there with the chorizo. I'm going to leave that bay leaf in there because it looks quite pretty. And then we'll add one of these gorgeous prawns on top. And to finish this off, a little pinch of parsley over the top. And I always like to add some lemon, so I'll just get a cheek of the lemon and squeeze that over the top. This is that Spanish classic that never tires out. It's always delicious. And that's paella made in no time at all, thanks to the multi-cooker.